Rudez. I'm with Balkan Business Networking, and I'm here with Harris. Harris, please let us know, what is it that you do?
So my name is Harris. I live in Orlando, Florida. I work for a hospice company called Chapters Health, actually Cornerstone Hospice. I'm an account development liaison that goes into skilled nursing facilities and assisted living facilities, and we help them get to the path of hospice care when the time is right, to get the residents of those facilities who need extra help the help on time.
That's great. Well, how did you get started in that position?
So I used to work in admissions for a skilled nursing facility in Orlando, and my current boss swooped me up from there. My knowledge of hospice was very limited at that time, but I did have a background in health service administration. That's what I finished with at UCF into 2022. And after I started at Chapters, they gave me a lot of clinical knowledge to go into these facilities and speak to the people in the right way to get them to accept the care. And that's pretty much how I started. So it was very limited, but we got there in the end.
How did you get into health services administration?
It was actually from my sister. So during COVID, things were a bit unusual, and she was very, very stuck in school. When I mean stuck in school, I mean she's a great student, and through her she kind of got me that way. I was kind of going between degrees and what to finish, and she told me this would be a great thing to do as I was serving at the time. So talking to people was normal to me, but she felt health service administration would be the right way to go.
Wow. And so what particularly about health services administration draws you to it?
I think it's helping keys. When there's a service, there's a need. And people in need help. And to be able to provide that with clinical knowledge, with the teams that we have, in our company, you really feel like you make a difference. Elderly people always kind of get left behind. It's hard to say, why, but to me, that's the truth that we see. When you talk about people who struggle with setting things up for the end of life, we want to be there to do that. And health service administration slowly brought me to that, which I didn't really think it was going to, but here we are, and it's honestly the best way.
Really? What other I guess benefit do you feel from working in this field as well, beyond pay and position?
I think it's networking and seeing what type of help you can get. So sometimes we might not be the right service for somebody, but the connections you make in the community can help the people go in the right direction. So, we have a great service that helps a certain amount of people, but sometimes hospice might not be the right thing. But you meet with home health companies, elder care lawyers that you make connections with, where you can still do the part of helping without actually being the one to provide the service. So I think the networking that comes with our job is a great thing.
What have you learned about networking, and how to do it, and is it important?
Absolutely, yes. Very, very important. Without connections, you won't really get anywhere. You might make some strides, but to make that next step, it's all about who you know. You have to be open to doing that talking. I remember my first serving job, I was very nervous, just coming up to a table of people, but you have to make that step. You have to make that stride. And with the right people in place, learning about what they can provide and what you can provide, creating those connections and networking, you will get to the right places.
What kind of advice would you have for a young person trying to get into the healthcare administration world?
I would say try every piece, and don't be afraid to venture out. So from doing admissions, it was a very office-based thing. But going into hospice, I had to essentially work remote and be on my own. And I didn't know that I was going to be successful in that. But venturing out and taking that step, even though it was an unknown one, it really, really helped me to learn and gauge what my strengths are and what my weaknesses are as well, and to continue learning and to becoming a better liaison for my company. So I would say the best advice is to venture out and try everything.
Right. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing a little bit. We want to inspire young people to get onto the path and whatever it takes, and to learn from people like yourself how they can themselves be successful in the professional world. So I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
That was sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. My family is originally from Croatia. They came in the late 60s, early 70s. Every summer we would go to Croatia. So it was a really special experience for me. I got to know my family there, got to know people there, and got to know really intimately how life is over there. So I really felt like a person with two homes. When the war broke out, it was heartbreaking to see such atrocities occur, and it was being ignored. So it was very much a shocking, appalling thing to see. And so to me, it was a driving and shaping experience. And so that's what thrust me into the world of policy analysis and advocacy in general.
It was destiny to meet Mr. Daniel Rudez this day. It was a rainy, dark day in sunny Florida. So I figured out, okay, let's go shopping. Parking was very slippery. I found myself laying on concrete and scratch all the way my knees, my ankles. I was all bloody. I dislocated my ankle. So I called Mr. Daniel Rudez this day. He answered right away and took my case, told me what to do, how to do, which is very important, knowing myself. I was scared. Daniel told me, no, do not go nowhere, first take paperwork, what happened.
My father was a doctor, and my father would take me with him to see patients. And not only did I observe his interactions and how he was with them, but really how he presented himself. My father's philosophy was always to do the things others won't. And that's a philosophy that I carry on to today.
I was hurt in an accident, and I was not reporting it to the insurance and everything. And I asked the lady that I was in the accident with, after she videotaped that she's the one who hit me, I said, well, I just want to go get my back checked out and this, that, and the other. And when I went to her insurance company, they told me that they weren't going to do it. I told myself I need to do something because I was in pain by that time. My biggest concern was that I was not going to be able to go back to work. When I hired Rudez Law, the way they prepared me for my case is they always kept me updated and informed of what was happening, what was going on.
At the firm, we're trying to carry on the legacy and the part of the world that my family is from. Hard work is a way of life, it's a way of survival, and it's an ethic that my dad imbued in me.
From my experience my family and my friends, I would highly recommend Rudez Law for anything, anytime.
I would highly recommend Rudez Law for anyone who's looking for help.
Here at Rudez Law, when everything's on the line, remember that we're here for you, like family. Call us today.